Hey YouTube. Okay, so I wanted to do a video, give a little background about myself, why I decided to become natural, my experience transitioning, and my experience being completely natural. Excuse me. So, first of all, I began getting relaxers when I was about 6 years old. My mother is a licensed cosmetologist, and then I have hairdressers in my family. So, pretty much grew up in the salon as a kid, learning a lot of different things about hair. But what I didn't know is that one day I would grow to really just like getting relaxers and to eventually come out of it, because that was just all I knew since the age of 6. So, my mother relaxed my hair at the age of 6, and it wasn't until September 2009 that I decided I was not going to get any more relaxers, because I hated the way, I hated the process that I went through while getting a relaxer. For me, personally, it burned my scalp, and I mean literally burned my scalp. And it didn't burn my scalp because it was on there too long. As soon as my mother would apply the relaxer, my scalp would burn. And unfortunately, the burns would be even worse sometimes because I had to leave it on there for a while to get it straight. So I just had like a really sensitive scalp. I didn't burn like that all the time, but for the most part it would end up like that, because after a while I just couldn't take it. And so I was just tired of going through that kind of pain. And I decided, okay, I'm going to come out of relaxers. And before I get into that, I actually tried to get out of relaxers, I'll say a year and a half before September 2009. I tried to get out of it, and I was like, oh, I just cannot deal with this nappy to straight hair. I just couldn't do it. So I went 6 months, and then I relaxed my hair again. And so the second time around was the September 2009, and I finally did it. Here we are in, May 2012. So I'm very, 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 very proud of myself for that. But, so initially when I stopped getting relaxers, I wasn't really thinking about going completely natural like this. I wasn't even thinking this deep about it. And then I heard about Kinky Curly last year, probably like in July 2011. I heard about Kinky Curly, and I was like, let me try this stuff out. And so I applied the Kinky Curly, and I was like, wow, okay, this really looks good, I think I should try this. So I got on YouTube, initially trying to see how do I need to apply this Kinky Curly for my type of hair. And I came across all of these beautiful natural women, and I'm like, wow, this is the whole natural community on YouTube that I completely didn't know anything about. And I became interested at that point, and that's when I began watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I decided that I was really going to try to go natural, because at the time I had a lot of heat damage from, getting flat irons all the time, or getting weaves where I would leave the top of my hair out and straighten my hair over the weave. It was just, my hair would grow, and I never really had short hair, but transitioning into the curls was very difficult for me, and I did have a lot of breakage within the process. So when I began transitioning, I got a lot of strange stares. People commented on it in very negative ways at times, because they didn't understand what I was doing. A lot of us African American women, we're not used to dealing with our hair, like our completely natural hair. We always do something to it. And, you know, with my mother being a hairstylist, my hair was always done. I always had, you know, a cute weave in, something. It was always done. So when people saw me with the natural, shriveled all up, because y'all know how it shrivels up, they were like, okay, what is she doing? And so it's just something I had to deal with, and people still do that because it's still not as long as it was at one point. It's not as long as it was. Actually, and to tell you, this is a coil out. It's so old. Like, I did this, let me see, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I did this 5 days ago, so it's really old. I don't know. Let me see if you can see the coil. Maybe a little bit in there. So, anyways, so this is just something I did or whatever, but I am going to do a tutorial on my finger coils because it was really, really, really cute when I did it. It was actually like the whole head coiled out, went through piece by piece and did it, and so I'll have a tutorial up on that, but nevertheless, back to being natural. I'm just really excited that I decided to do it, and I do not have any regrets. It feels really good not to have to manipulate those straight ends like I had to do during the transition. And another thing for you girls or anyone deciding to transition, to go natural, if you're brave enough to do the whole like big chop thing, okay, do it. But I wasn't that brave. You know, I wasn't brave enough to do the big chop, so I did transition. But I just want to encourage you to, you know, go ahead and get rid of those straight ends like as soon as possible. You know, there's no reason to really, really wait. I mostly waited to cut my ends off because I had, like, all of this up here was red, and you can probably see some of the red in here in my hair, but all of this was red. So the front where it was red at, where I wasn't really taking care of my hair, broke off. So now now this part is like this short, while the rest of my hair is, you know, a different length. As you can see, it's like a different length. So I had some breakage, and I pretty much got like the mullet look going on. So I have to definitely manipulate my styles so that I don't look too crazy. For you girls out there who have uneven hair, just, you know, keep up with the video. So I'll try to give you some ideas on making your hair look normal as possible, even though it is uneven. And so, anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about the natural hair. Again, I'm very excited. I don't have any regrets, and you know, I encourage you to do it if you're thinking about it. One more thing, I'm so happy that I did it because it's deeper than just, you know, doing your natural hair or embracing your natural hair. It's deeper than that. I mean, you start thinking about how you were made to believe that your hair had to be straight for you to be beautiful as an African American woman, and that's just not true. You can wear your curly hair. There's so many different styles you can do with it that I wasn't aware of, and some of you may not have been aware of. And now that I am, like, I'm getting ready to just completely blossom. And I want you guys again to watch my journey, and you know, for all the supporters out there, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, it's not easy. learning to work with curly hair when you're used to working with straight hair and being able to just do whatever you want to do with it. But I'm learning, and I actually have some great tips and stuff that I'll be sharing with you guys. So anyways, I do thank you for watching, and peace out.